Hello Normans, and welcome back to this week's Norman News at Home edition. I'm Alana Morgan, and this is our last Norman News of the 2019-2020 school year, so a huge congratulations to all, and especially a huge congratulations to the class of 2020. You did it. Make sure you stay tuned for news on when the NBA will resume and more on coronavirus updates. Around the school in 30 minutes, this is the Norman News. Good news, we are officially done with the 2019-2020 school year. So a huge congratulations to all, and especially a huge congratulations to the class of 2020. Their drive-through graduation was prohibited due to health concerns. However, it has been announced that their drive-through graduation is back on by a recent email. Also, more good news to go around. What's going on in our state? Well, hair salons, barbershops, and beaches are reopening, some of which have already reopened. This is all a part of California's Stage 4 process to reopening the state. Make sure you don't run to the beaches right now. Make sure you read their rules and regulations, because Venice Beach, for example, said that it's important that you still must wear a mask and sunbathing is prohibited. It's important to follow these rules, so therefore you can have your fun but still be safe. Now to Jonah with some medical news.
Thanks, Alana. COVID-19 has affected much of the world for many months and has resulted in the collapse of medical systems, business shutdowns, stay-at-home orders. As part of the battle against COVID-19, tests are used to identify positive patients with active infections. Yet, nasal swab tests are not 100% accurate. Because of this, researchers are proposing an alternative COVID-19 detection method through antibody testing. The SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus, which caused COVID-19, takes over human cells and uses them to make more viruses, sometimes resulting in deadly symptoms. During infection, the virus incorporates part of its genetic sequence, unique to each virus, into cells. One way to identify viral infections is to directly test mucus for this genetic information by swabbing the upper nasal passages. Nasal swabbing tests are based on a widely used technique called polymerase chain reaction, which copies the virus's genetic information many times so it can be more easily observed. While PCR is generally reliable, not all positive cases can be detected. In particular, asymptomatic cases may be difficult to detect. Now to Jackson with this week's sports.
Thanks, Jonah. The NBA season has been suspended for a while now, and not much has been said about when or how it will return. It looks as though the NBA season could continue by July and could be played at Walt Disney World. The NBA released a statement through Mike Bass that said, I quote, "The NBA, in conjunction with the National Basketball Players Association, is engaged in exploratory conversations with the Walt Disney Company about restarting the 2019-2020 NBA season in late July at Disney's ESPN Wide World of Sports complex in Florida as a single site for an NBA campus for games, practices, and housing. This makes a lot of sense because the NBA can limit the amount of people involved and it will be a controlled environment. Walt Disney World would provide the housing and courts for players and staff. I know that I, along with many, would love to see the return of basketball and other sports, so let's only hope it's soon. Now to Holden with more news.
Rouse and Lily Reinhardt just unfortunately broke up. These two Riverdale stars have been broken up before, and it looks like they're completely ending their relationship now, unfortunately. There were rumors being spread last summer about whether or not they were still dating, and the couple made sure everyone knew not to believe everything you read, reassuring people that they were still together. Anyways, let's hope they remain good friends. Now to Akira with the movie review.
Thanks, Holden. This week we're going to be talking about the movie Flare Virus, The Maze Runner. In this dystopian YA series based on the best-selling books, the flare virus devastates mankind, and it's up to the young Dylan O'Brien to save the world, which he must do by figuring out a glorified torn maze. Effie from Skins is also there, though it's not that bad. That's all for this week. Now grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and stay tuned for this week's new movie trailer.
think it's safe to say the maze trials were a complete success. It's too soon to say, but they could be the key to everything. It's time now to begin Phase 2.
Welcome to the Scorch! The world outside's hanging on by a very thin thread. Beyond this door lies the beginning of your new lives.
Hey, Thomas, we weren't the only maze.
What do you remember about Wicked?
I remember they sent me into the maze. I remember watching my friends die in front of me.
Don't you want to understand?
Understand what?
Why this all happened? I just need to know. Whose side are you on?
They're hiding something.
Come on, you don't know that.
They lied to us. We never escaped. It's all just been part of their plan.
What do they want from us?
Thomas! The maze is one thing. The two kids wouldn't last one day out in the Scorch.
What the hell?
The course of your lives will determine the course of humanity. Into light or darkness.
Thanks, Kayla. Operation Clean Sea is trying to clean up the coast near the French Riviera. Since the coronavirus pandemic, the amount of medical pollution has been alarming, and it adds to the already chronic problem of plastic pollution. The group's founder posted a video of underwater footage of several masks in the water. They then said, "These masks, we haven't had them for so long, and we're going to have billions of them, so I say watch out." It's the beginning of a new type of pollution. Other people found disposable face masks and latex gloves on the seabed. Days after the France lockdown was eased, several street cleaners complained about the masks that had been discarded on the capital's pavement. An MP put forward a draft law to increase the fine for littering a public place with masks. Instead of the current €68 is increased to 300. Now to Jacob with some more news.
Thanks, Akira. Photos of packed pool bars and lots of sunburned skin went viral over the weekend, as Lake of the Ozarks made national news for its massive influx of Memorial Day vacationers. It's impossible to know how many people visited the lake last weekend, but the numbers were likely in the hundreds of thousands, because Memorial Day marks the start of the summer at the Lake of the Ozarks, and that's the start of the season that brings millions of visitors in a 15-week time span. Locked up and COVID-wary, Americans were ready for fun in the sun at the nation's most popular recreational lake. Local vacation rental management companies reported mass reservation cancellations in March and April, followed by record-level reservations for Memorial Day weekend. One vacation rental manager put it this way: those who were worried about the virus canceled their trip to the lake, and they were replaced by those who had no worries. Now to Phoebe with more news.
Dodger Stadium could see large crowds Tuesday, but visitors will not be coming to watch baseball. Los Angeles is opening a coronavirus testing site there, which officials say can test as many as 6,000 people per day. Mayor Eric Garcetti says that the number is 3 times more than any other testing site in the country. At the site, there will be big screens playing videos showing how to complete a test. The goal is to inform drivers exactly what to do when they reach the front of the line. Los Angeles was the first major city to offer testing to all residents regardless of symptoms. Free coronavirus testing is available to everyone in LA County. The mayor wrote on Twitter Sunday, expanding access to COVID-19 testing is essential to stopping the spread of this deadly virus. We're opening a new testing site at Dodger Stadium to accommodate even more Angelinos. With or without symptoms, you can get a free test. Sign up now at coronavirus.lacity.org/testing.
Hello, my name is Jonah and I'm here to bring you this week's live KBEV weather forecast for the week of May 29, 2020. For those of you who are wondering what the weather is like outside due to the coronavirus. This week, Los Angeles will continue to see sunny weather, with hot temperatures ranging from the high 70s to the low 80s. Tomorrow, Saturday, brings warm temperatures with a high of 78 down to a low of 61. On Sunday, the last day of the week, we will see partly cloudy skies with temperatures at a high of 81 degrees. Starting us up with a new week, later on Monday, we will have a high of 79 degrees to a low of 62. On Tuesday, there will be a high of 80 degrees on Fahrenheit. And on Wednesday, we will see a high of 79 degrees to keep things warm. Thank you so much for watching this week's live KBEV weather forecast. Remember to stay inside. I'm Jonah Farma. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Jonah, and good afternoon, Normans. In the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, many people are getting motivated to make healthier choices and adopt healthier habits. Some people living with chronic conditions have found they're also vigilant about self-care. Experts say even small changes can lead to big improvements overall health. With many things still shut down, experts say this is an excellent time to focus on your health. It is important to focus on mental health as well as your physical health at this time. As places are slowly starting to open back up, make sure to just keep taking things slow and have a great week, Normans.
That's it for this year's Is Norman News. We want to thank everyone for tuning in this year and for their support. And a big thanks to our producers Ricky Lee, Fiory Carey, and Josh Katz, and of course, Mr. Carey and Ryan Demavandi. We hope everyone stays safe and healthy during these challenging times. I'm Jonah Danesh, and we will see you next year.